How are you? Some of you have never seen me. I am the COVID ambassador. So, this evening I want to share with you some experiences about time. Time. One thing God has given everybody free of charge is time. And another one is the air that we breathe. True or false? Hello? True or false? Let me see by hand those who have paid for time. The time that you are in this world, how much have you paid? Can I see by hand? Those who have paid for time, the number of years you want to exist, how much have you paid? So I'm talking this evening about time. If God has given you 40 years, He's going to take account for the 40 years. If God has given you 80 years, you are going to give an account about your 80 years. And if God has given you 4 years in your house, Hokwe Campus is going to take an account. What have you been doing with your time? If those who have gone ahead of us and those who are still ahead of us and are alive have spent their time to build this country and we are enjoying whatever we are enjoying now, what are you using your time to create for your generation and the generation after you to enjoy? During the COVID time, I gave some reflections which I shared with you last year. This year, I want to take few, just about 5. It is always said that time is money. But I say, and I think, it is not true. Time is never money. Because we are here for how many minutes now? Who is going to pay you? Will somebody pay you for being here? Will you be paid for being here? So time itself is not money. And that adage is a lie. Another one is, experience has taught me that time per se does not make money. You can be here praying 24/7. You won't take any money from this church and go home. If you take, it means probably you have broken into the safe of the church and you have stolen some money and you are going away. It is also said, practice makes perfect. I dispute that. It's never true. I have learned from experience that practice per se does not make perfection. If I am 14 years old and I start taking marijuana at the age of 14, by the age 28, and I'm a loony, a mental patient, am I perfect? No. So practice per se doesn't make perfection. Good practice makes perfection. Good usage of time makes money. Just pick your phones and calculate. If you are on the phone for 30 minutes a day, in 1 year, you are spending 7.5 days. 7.5 days. If just 30 minutes, You pick your phone and you are on it. 7.5 days continuously, no stopping to eat, no stopping to bath, no stopping to even urinate or do anything. You are on the phone 24/7 times 7 days, 5 hours. You are on the phone. If you are using 30 minutes a day to browse and text messages to your queens and your kings, and only God knows how many kings and how many queens you are. And I've calculated. If you're on the phone for 2 hours a day, times 366 days in a year, in a whole year, 24/7, no deduction for food, no deduction for washing, no deduction for going to the washroom. You are continuously on the phone for 30 days. That's 1 month. No stop. Do you know there is a man from this town who belongs or who is with NASA? And do you know what is NASA? What is it? Parin, speak louder. Pick the phone, the mic. How's NASA? American Agency into Aerospace. And there is a man from here called Ave Kluge. Sometimes he goes to the moon and stays for 30 days. And the contract is when he's back, he's taking millions of dollars just for 30 days. And you are wasting it on phone. I love you. I miss you. You are the only. And this is a time to build your future. And somebody is on the computer building the future, not for himself alone, but for the whole world, for the whole generation, for the whole universe. And he built his own rocket. A Ghanaian from Hokwe town. He has put up a new building in front of Total filling station. So, how are you using your time? You are here, you are the statisticians of tomorrow. Some of you are the midwives of tomorrow. Tomorrow you are going to touch new babies who are born, and your hand is going to be the tender, loving, caregiver hand that is going to touch a life into this world. What are you doing with your time? And what are you gaining? What are you learning to bring value to the lives of younger ones? I say good practice makes perfect, because there is no perfection in a bad practice. True or false? There is no perfection in a bad practice. If you are an armed robber and you are a perfect armed robber, that doesn't make you become a good armed robber. True or false? My brothers, my sisters, if you take 5 years to acquire a bad habit, it takes at least 10 years to get it out of your life. And if a culture of a nation is destroyed within 1 year, it takes 50 years to change that culture. I repeat. If you destroy the culture of Ghana, and it takes you 1 year to destroy the culture, to bring that value back, it will take you another 50 years to correct it. So whatever we are putting in our time, whatever we are doing with our time, if it is good, it's going to propel our development another 50 years. If it is bad, we are going to correct that wrong in another 50 years. And what are we building for ourselves and for our next generation? My brothers, my sisters, I just beg all of us. I hate to hear the future belongs to the youth. It's not true. The future doesn't belong to the youth. The present time belongs to the youth. And when the youth embrace the present time, they can be for the future. And if you are the youth, and we don't build ourselves well, we don't have any good future for this country. If Isaac Banuyena will listen now, and these young ones are brought to me, and all I teach them is laziness in the priesthood, laziness in the vineyard, carefree life in the vineyard, I don't care. If I teach these young ones, the church is going to be destroyed for the next 50 years. But if I plant something good in them, the church is going to grow and make it buoyant in the next 50 years. Finally, to become is more adventurous than to be. I'm going philosophical and metaphysical. To become is more adventurous than to be. Greatness is a crown of those who are willing to become, and stagnation is the portion of people whose desire is just to be. Have you got me? Hello? I want to become a great person tomorrow. It's adventurous. And when you follow this adventure, you become. To be is to resign to whatever you are today. This is the way I am. You either accept me or not. You are stagnant. You never grow. Because no creature, no living being remains stagnant. It responds to stimuli. True or false? True or false? Every living thing responds to stimuli. And if you are what you are, the day you were born till today, you are stagnant and there is no growth. You must become. And if your environment is mimicking you, you become a chameleon and you take whatever the environment gives you, and you also give whatever you are to the environment. What are we giving to the environment? And are we becoming, or we are at a standstill? Ghana will become, if all of us take that adventure. What I am today, I want to be something better tomorrow. And then Ghana will be something better tomorrow. But if we are what we are where we are, and we do not want to move, we shall be as we are till eternity. And if Ghana had independence before Singapore, and Singapore is higher in development and everything than Ghana, we are not taking any adventure. We are being, we are not becoming. May God bless you. Amen. I don't know if you have a question. I'm giving 15 minutes. I've spoken for 14 minutes, 0.4 seconds. Any question to finish with my 15 minutes? Any question? All right. Two things might have happened. Either you didn't understand me at all, or you have gotten it perfectly. And if it is the second one, thank you. May God bless you.